Hello everyone, it's Anita and
Dario Tomaselli
with Passionless Cooking. And today we wanted to talk about making a soup. And you know, I've always thought that making a soup was easy. You put some stuff in a water and you put a bouillon cube in there and you put some rice or whatever, and that's how I would make it. But you know what? When Dario started making...
And we say no, no, and no.
When Dario started making soup, I was like, this tastes so much better. So there is a trick to the trade. And
there is a lot of tricks.
So we're going to do a quick live here, and it's easier for Dario to be in there and me kind of move around with the camera. I hope it doesn't make it too uncomfortable for everyone to go through with it. But we've got all our products here lined up. These are all the little messages that Dario sends. It gives me every morning. I guess we have to clean that up soon. But don't mind our messy kitchen, please. And one that has to be done, actually. We need to get our kitchen redone. Big time. But, you know, it's finding the time to actually be out of the kitchen to do that. And it's not always that easy, right? So
being organized is the name of the game.
We've got a lot of our spices that we've pre-made. So we've got some spices in the jars here. We have some great sea salt from the Arctic that we have there as well. We've got some products that we have in the fridge that we're trying to use up. So Dario, you're going to make a coconut soup today.
This is a simple vegetarian coconut soup. Vegetarian mean only vegetable. So what I did...
But anyone could do this with all kinds of different... Whatever they have, they can utilize.
So we got only water here. Okay? So what are we going to do? First we're going to do our mise en place, our preparation of all the vegetables. Okay? So what I have some celery that is being washed, some carrots, some garlic.
And peeled.
Thai chili.
Spicy.
And ginger, sweet potato, and onions. So first we're going to start with the onion. Okay?
Are you going to show us some cooking?
No.
Some cutting techniques with the onion, honey?
So we're going to quickly cut the onions like that. And then we're going to go just like that. We don't have to be too fancy, okay?
Now when you're using your fingers, you're using them as a guide for the blade.
I want to be very careful. Then my finger do not... See? This one is what holding every single thing. Voila. Look at that. Perfectly, like small little dice over there. Okay? So that's the first part. Then we're going to have the garlic. So with the garlic, we're going to keep the skin on. Keep the skin on. We're going to smash it. Just like that. We want a really essential oil. And that's it.
Because some people, they think when you have that green part on the garlic that you can't have that.
Exactly. Yes, we are going to remove that.
But it's still good to eat.
It's not good to eat, but we are just going to roast it. And then we're going to take it out.
Okay.
This is not going to cook, okay?
But that's utilizing everything that you have in the fridge, and most people would throw that out. Oh, that really was a smack sound.
One Thai chili. Now we like it spicy. So we're going to put 2 Thai chili. Just bang them like that. Then here we go. Ginger. For the ginger, I'm going to show you a little trick. So you see, I got a spoon here. And we're just going to peel it like that. So we don't take everything out of the ginger, but we're taking just a little skin. So with the back of the spoon, we just remove.
And the ginger you can dry and use to make
spices,
yeah. Which is great. So you can actually put that on a baking sheet and grind it up.
Exactly.
So you can utilize everything you have.
We're going to show them, actually. We're going to show them.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, Megan.
So we're going to show you something here that we have done, actually, to make our Thai spices. So with that skin here, this is our Thai spices that we made. So we use the skin of the ginger. This one like this. Okay? We dehydrate it in the oven, 100 degrees, and then we blitz it and we add it to the spices we're looking for. For the ginger, now that it's peeled, we're going to cut in little discs like that. Okay? Whatever leftover you have, you can put in a Ziploc bag and freeze it.
Even when the skin's off it?
Even when the skin is off it. And then look what I'm doing. I'm going to smash it like
in
that.
A smashing mode. You got a little bit of frustration going on.
I got a lot of frustration. Okay? So I release it like that. And then we just slide it.
Smells so good.
But you see what happened here? We just build our little trinity here of flavors. Right? Step number 1. Now we got a pot over here. I'm using induction. Okay? So I'm going to put some, obviously, coconut. What is this one? Coconut?
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil. And
that one happens to be organic and virgin coconut
very,
oil.
very organic. So we're going to melt the coconut oil. Then we're going to add all the spices. Okay? We're going to let the spices cook because we're going to release the essential oil. We need to build a foundation for this soup. We can just put everything together.
See, and that's what I've always done is put everything together, but that's not how to do it. To get the full, is it the flavor?
Yeah,
yeah.
The complexity of the flavor. And also we're going to toast our spices that we're going to use.
Hi, Lisa.
So here we go. These onions over here and this one, we're going to use it. We can use it for our stock. We like to make a vegetable stock, to make a chicken stock. I like to put ginger in my chicken stock sometimes because it's much more aromatic.
So all of these besides the chili would be in a standard soup.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here we go. So I'm going to put them in this container like this.
Unless it's Pat, right, Lisa, that's wanting it. Would he want the onions in the soup?
He's going to have it. Tell him cooking is not too hard. Okay, here we go. So all that stuff goes in it. And you can hear the beautiful smell. And we're going to let it toast. So it's important in this one toast. I'm going to put the temperature up a bit. There we go. Now, important steps here, because this is very, very important. Okay? What we're going to add here, I'm going to season it just with a little bit of salt.
And you do this all before you add the water.
All the time.
And so when you just put water in there and then throw in vegetables, it doesn't give it the right flavor,
I
right?
don't know what you're making. Yes.
That's how I've always done it.
So here we go. We're going to let it toast it nicely. And now I'm going to work on the remaining of the vegetables. So what I have here, I got some celery. I'm going to cut them in half. And this one is a soup that we're going to keep it fairly the same. I'm going to keep it kind of a rustic.
So you're going to tell us when it actually converts to be a Thai chili? Because you could use this for any.
Or you can use absolutely with everything. Yeah. So here we go. We want to make sure. So this one is probably the most important part right now. Because, can you smell it?
I can smell it.
You can smell the chilies and everything is really roasting nicely.
Lisa says she can't believe that you're leaving the skin on the garlic.
Well, there we go. Because the garlic is important. I don't want the garlic to burn. I want to take the garlic out after, and then I'm gonna puree it. So it's because the garlic is gonna be roasted, and it's gonna have all these beautiful flavors.
She said she's drooling. Lise, you could. Oh my gosh, you can see it over here. It's unbelievable.
Okay, here we go. So what we're gonna do? Beautiful little dice.
Again, you got that cutting with the finger.
Very important. So beautiful little dice. Very careful. Always keep an eye on your soup. And here is...
Well, you can't miss it because it smells so good. You can't.
Yeah, but you want to make sure you don't burn it. So if you find it gets too hot, lower the temperature. Okay?
Lisa, this is how I always cook soup, is just put water in and throw things in there. And this is really makes it very flavorful.
Oh, yes. You can smell it now. Ooh. Carrots. Okay. Beautiful little cuts of carrots like that. And why do I want to put the carrots? Because I want that sweetness. And you see I'm keeping all these vegetables here because I can use them for other things than I might
Well, the
need.
ginger we're going to freeze, right? No, we might use it for other things. We got more cooking we're doing today.
See potato here. Okay. So the sweet potato, we're gonna cut in half, in pieces like that. Okay.
Did you cook it in advance?
No, this is completely raw.
Okay.
Okay. So we got the sweet potato raw because we want the sweetness into the soup. Then it's gonna give us what we're looking for.
So you want the flavors to come out.
Exactly. So now what we're gonna have, very carefully, is our carrots and celery back on the stove. Now this is the important part. Can you see that now? Can you see all those beautiful flavor going? So now that's what we're gonna have the spices.
That's the hardest thing about doing videos is they can't smell it. It is so good.
So right now we want to toast the vegetable. Okay, I'm gonna finish the squash over here. Sorry, the squash. What am I saying? Sweet potato.
We were talking about squash earlier, so we've got lots of meals going today, and we're doing a lot of lives, so we're a little confused here.
Now remember, I don't know if you noticed, I did not put the sweet potato with the carrots and with the celery. Why? Very important, because I want to make sure that the sweet potato intensify by themselves. They don't charcoal. I just want the little flavor and the sweetness of the sweet potato. At this point, now, before I'm gonna add the sweet potato, because I want to build a foundation, I'm gonna add my spices. So what I have here, I have some curry, and I got some Thai spices. Okay. What I also have that I really, really like is some Chinese 5 spices that we make at home. Okay. So we're gonna make sure first of all we toast our vegetable nicely. I'm gonna raise the heat a little bit. Beautiful. So I'm gonna add the spices before I'm gonna add the sweet potato. Oh, smell that. So we got the Thai spices, and very important that we toast the Thai spices. So we would say
it brings out the flavor again, like it does. So
Exactly.
as opposed to just adding it to water.
we want to release the essential oil. Here we got the curry.
Do we usually put curry in with the Thai soup that you make?
All the time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And here we have our beautiful homemade Chinese 5 spices. Just like that. And I like them. I like to let them cook now with my vegetable. And you can see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look how excited he gets in
I'm
cooking.
getting really excited. Now at this point in time, I'm going to add the sweet potato.
Why did you wait again to add the sweet potato?
Because I want to make sure the sweetness of the sweet potato remains there. They don't charcoal. Because if I charcoal the sweet potato, there is too much sugar in it and it will become bitter.
Ah. There's a lot more to cooking than you'd think.
No, it's just not. So now watch this. There is one more ingredient here than if you want. So look at that. Look at this beautiful flavor right now.
Looking good.
So there is one more thing that I like to have. Okay?
Does anyone know what that is?
It's called lemongrass. Okay? So I'm going to remove the stem over here. And I'm going to bruise it. With the back of the knife, I'm beating everything today. Even the dog is scared. Look at it.
He's trying to see if there's anything left over. Hey, Champy. Say hi. Aw, he looks frightened.
So what I'm going to do, see what I'm going to do? I'm not going to take it, I'm not going to chop it. I'm going to keep it whole, just like that.
You chop it later, though, don't you?
I'm going to leave it in. I'm going to leave it in, and then I'm going to...
Lisa says lemongrass.
Oh, wow. There we
She
go.
probably came out with that before.
Did she?
Well, before you said it, I'm assuming. I just didn't see it till now.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna lower the temperature a little bit. Okay, we're going to let it cook, and then we're gonna open our coconut milk. Okay. Look how simple this soup is. Really, really simple. So we have 2 jars of.
Now, I'm assuming a lot of people might not have coconut milk, but we're making a Thai soup. So if you were making a vegetable soup or anything else, then you
Well,
would...
everything has a different spice, right? So, for example, if you wanted to make a chicken noodle soup, you would use just simple broth, and obviously you would make some vegetable broth if you wanted to. If you want to make a beef barley soup, obviously the spices are different. You're not going to use these aromatic spices like the Thai curry and all that. You would use some rosemary, some thyme, a little bit of sage. You don't use lemongrass. I still would like to have some ginger in it. I like the aromatic part of the ginger, right?
Lisa's coming over for dinner, she says.
Okay, you gotta grab a plane. Sorry, there is no flights. Okay, so
we wish.
Alrighty, so
We'd love to have everyone over right now.
so you can look at it here quickly.
So we happen to stock up because we love Thai coconut soup. So we have a lot of coconut
So look
milk
at this.
that we put together, that we have on hand. And we usually have it in powder form. And
Have a look at this. Can you read that?
Farmhouse Kitchen Essentials for
Oh.
cooking and baking.
Okay, so at this
Boy,
point,
our kitchen is so messy right now.
is it?
Maybe we should do how to clean your kitchen video. Ooh.
Now you cover it. Lower the temperature and you cover it. The reason why I'm covering it is because I want to make sure all the natural juices of those vegetables release. Most of the time, we don't let the vegetable actually cook. They have a natural liquor. Liquor? Vegetable liquor. She's laughing at me. Which is very important because the only way you can actually taste the vegetable properly is when it has a chance to steam. So what we do, we put a lid on it for a few minutes, we lower the temperature, we let it steam, and then we add the liquid. Okay? Don't add the liquid until the vegetable have time to kind of sweat. Same way what you do when you cook an onions, when you cook anything. So we just let it go for a bit. We're going to check it. And you can see they're not burned, but they're sweating. So I'm going to give another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay?
For anyone that's signing in, we're making Thai coconut soup. And with some of the things that we actually have on hand. But this is a great way to make a soup and a base for a soup. You know, a lot of times previously I would throw in some water. I'd put in some chicken broth. I'd throw in all the vegetables and boil it. And then when Dario came into my life, I realized that's not how you make it. And the difference in the flavors that you get when you actually cook it in here. And if anyone wants to relook at the... You cook it in there to be able to do that first, and then you go to the next steps.
So while this one is steaming properly, what I'm going to do, coriander is one of the most important things for this soup. So what I do, I take the
And if somebody doesn't like coriander, they can do any kind of
parsley,
herb, right?
they can use anything they want. So I like to use the stem of the coriander, and I leave the leaf. Make sure you wash it first, obviously. Okay, you're keeping all.
Tramp looks very confused.
What are we doing, Taryn?
Hey, baby, what's the matter? Aww.
Tramp is saying, I'm hungry. He doesn't want to know anything else. So I'm taking...
Hi, Tina. Hi, Bernice.
So here we go. So we are taking the coriander out, or cilantro. Okay? But we keep it, and we'll show you in a second what we're going to do with that.
We don't waste anything, as you can tell. All the leftovers here.
Everything
Make spices with them.
Everything needs to stay exactly where it belongs. So here we go. We're taking all the stem out.
Hey, Lisa, did you see the salt that we're using?
Oh.
Thanks for the gift.
There we go. So here we go. We got plenty here. So this one, so the leaf, because are tender
and
herbs.
Do not chop herbs.
We don't chop this one. We are going to chop this one.
Okay.
But in a second I'll show you. So here we go. So this one has been steaming, and just look at this. It has not burned whatsoever. Okay?
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah.
I wish everyone could smell it out there.
So, but look at this. See what happened here? Beautiful flavor are there. All the curry, all the Thai spices, they really cook perfectly. And now we're gonna add our coconut milk. So we're gonna add the coconut milk. We like coconut milk. We don't want to waste a little bit of water. We're gonna add it in.
Oh, I didn't catch that on the video. I'm not very good at this.
Yes, you are. One more? Yes. Actually, we're gonna put just 1.5 can here. That's more than enough. And before we do anything else, we're just gonna let it cook. So what I want to do here, I want to make sure that the coconut actually release its natural fat and kind of become more in a liquid form. After that is done, I'm gonna adjust the seasoning, and I'm gonna add plain and simple H2O. That's it. Now,
In case some people don't know what H2O is.
sure they do.
Water.
Water.
Well, you never know.
So here what I have, a little bit of the stem of the coriander. So I'm gonna quickly, very carefully, don't do this one at home, please.
Yes, why not?
Be
They
careful.
need to be doing this at home.
Not that fast if you don't need to.
No.
But right now, look at this. This one, to me, is the most important part of
Because it
the...
has most of the flavor, right?
It's right here. It's right here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna let it go. See, it's becoming nice and thick. So I'm gonna boost up the temperature. Just let it go a little bit more aggressive. And then, very important, to taste everything you do. So,
So, chef.
pretty good. Okay, so at this point in time, we're gonna add a pinch of salt. We got Himalayan salt here. And then we're gonna add
Tomato.
some pepper. Not too much because, remember, we got Thai chilies inside. We're just gonna let it come to a good gentle boil. And then what I'm gonna add the coriander stem inside. And of course, my water.
Now, how do you judge liquid to solid?
So
that you had in there?
you want double of the volume. Let's say you have 1 cup of vegetable, you would do 2 to 2.5 cup of liquid. Okay? You don't want to drown it, otherwise you're losing all the flavor. And look at this.
Because I'm looking at that and that's not enough soup. We need more.
Okay, normally when we make this one at home, we make big batches. Okay? So,
And why did we not do it this time?
no, all this time. Because it's only me and you today. Everybody left us.
That's
Here we
still
go.
not enough. I could eat that on my own.
Okay, so perfect. So now the very important thing is we're gonna cover it. We're gonna bring it to a boil. We let it simmer. Once you taste and your vegetable are cooked, you adjust your seasoning, and then you can become versatile. You can do whatever you want. You can add some jasmine rice if you want it. You can cook some rice on the side if you want it. You can eat it just like that. The way we like it is to make our own chili sauce. We can cook some couscous or quinoa and mix it into with the soup and makes a phenomenal dish. The coriander here, we're gonna season it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we serve as a garnish. And buon appetito.
Sounds yummy. Does anyone have any questions out there on how to make a soup and how to make the base for a yummy soup? You know, with this, we can create it as anything. So whatever you have in the fridge, you can make a delicious soup. You just need to be able to make that foundation or that base.
The most important thing that you realize is look how many ingredients we use all in one pot. You got all the nutrients here, then you need it. Is how you utilize your ingredients. These onions are going to be useful for me to make a stock. The ginger and the carrots, I can use them to make my broth. This one, obviously, I'm going to dehydrate them and add them to my curry spice. I mean, if you don't want to do this one, you can add all these ingredients in a pot with all your trimming of vegetable and make a wonderful vegetable stock for your soup, for whatever thing you want. And then when you made it, like we normally do, all the trimming of the vegetable, and we put them in Ziploc bag or in food safer, freeze it. Whenever I need to make a soup, we need to make anything we're going to do it, it's right there available for us.
So the onion we're going to use, again, for later. We save everything. The actual skin of the ginger, we're going to dry it and grind it and make some spices. The carrots we're going to use for others. And then this ginger we're going to cook some more. And whatever we don't use, we're going to put in the freezer. And this we're going to put into the soup after, right?
Yes.
Mine dry. Can I steal some now?
Yeah, well.
I love coriander.
One other thing you can do, see, I'm looking at the fridge or whatever we have here for the fridge. I can actually use some of the scallions. I can caramelize some apple. We had some apple over here. We can caramelize them with a little bit of butter. Maybe some of the leftover onions, nice and fine. Some ginger zest. Cook them with a little bit of butter. Dust them with a little bit of curry, maybe a little bit of chili, and use them as a garnish if you want it.
We have a question here. Can you freeze coconut soup? Yes. I know the answer to that one. And how long can we freeze it for?
As long as you want it. As long as you tie it properly, it can stay in the freezer as much as you want. Not for years.
So I'm thinking probably 8 months to 10 months.
8 months to a year.
And as long as it's the air is all out of it, it's sealed properly, and you've got a good freezer, because otherwise it gets freezer burn. But we've done this many, many times, made huge batches of coconut Thai soup, and it's great.
The most important thing is no longer last, is what you do when you take it out of the freezer.
And also coconut, so actually I read that wrong. Freeze coconut milk. Oh yeah, coconut milk soup. That's what she's calling it.
So
it's called Thai coconut soup. Coconut milk, I'm assuming you could freeze it as well, but we usually buy it as a powder or in a can.
No, we buy fresh coconut. We buy fresh coconut or on a can, organic. But once you make this soup, like when the soup is done and you freeze it, okay, when you take it out of the freezer, my recommendation is take it out of the fridge the night before, okay, put them in the fridge on a container so it doesn't drip everywhere, and then the day then you are going to have your soup, transfer the little bag in a pot and bring it to a boil. You want, because the solid and the liquid of the coconut milk will separate it, and it's very important that they emulsify back together. So it's easier and you can taste it again. But always bring it to a boil before you do anything else.
Well, I think she was saying soup with the milk. She's concerned about the milk. But yeah, that's fine.
We've
done it many times. And I think the most I've actually had it was a year that I've froze it. And it was okay. Yeah. But I would say probably 10 months would probably be the best. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for coming to our messy kitchen. We have been cooking up a storm. We've got my little notes over there that Dario sends me every morning. And all the crappy stuff we got all over the place. But that's what we love to do. No, it's not. But, we love to cook. We have lots of stuff. It's a very used kitchen, very used appliances. We've got a Cuisinart pot there that we love. And our Bose board, of course. Yeah. And, because we cook a lot, it gets used a lot. And one day we do need to upgrade this kitchen, but for now it serves us well, and we're very happy with it.
Come and smell this. Come and smell this.
I was just going to say, Tramp is wondering, what is going on? Hey, Tramp. Come and smell this. Well, they can't smell, but I'm going to come and smell. You can come and smell.
See, have a look.
Wow. It is actually very delicious. So, and Devin and Morgan, my kids, are not coconut people.
Look at this.
And they absolutely love it.
So this one is going to be almost ready. See the garlic over here? It's going to be soft. We're going to remove it. We're going to remove it from the skin. We're going to chop it very finely, and we're going to add it in.
Yeah.
The Thai chili, what we do, we keep it in if we want it. Otherwise, we can take it off. This is the good thing about having vegetable in large pieces. Lemongrass, same idea. You know, I don't know if I can fish it. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. After he done his job, we can squeeze all the stuff out and we can remove it. But
so there's 3 items in there. We had chili that we put in whole. We had lemongrass we put in whole. And
garlic.
We had garlic we had with the skin on it. So we toasted it up. And now we're going to take it out and take the skin off and then add it back again. But that's the way to be able to get the best flavor. So
that was pretty simple. It took, what, 5 minutes? Why? It takes more to cooking than actually making it. If you have all your ingredients, now sweet potato in one, you can do with butternut squash. We done it with regular potato. We done it with yuca or cassava. Apple and curry work very well together. Instead to waste off the apple. And this one is a base of a soup. Doesn't have to be vegetarian. If you want, if you have some chicken, you can actually make a chicken broth using the old chicken. Then you peel all the skin and the fat of the chicken using the broth to make the soup, and the meat you can put it into the soup at the end. Because once the chicken is cooked already in a broth, you want to make sure that you put it into the soup at the end. I actually recommend it to actually put it when you're serving your soup, so it doesn't overcook.
So this is Passionate Cooking. This series is called Fridge Feasts that we're putting together to help people utilize what's best in the kitchen and in their pantry to cook. So we've shown coconut soup today, Thai coconut soup. We have tons of other recipes at passionatecooking.com. A lot of these videos are going to be actually put together in YouTube, but you'll find us over on Instagram and Facebook too as general messages all over. If you have anything that you wanted to add or anything you got in your fridge that you want to be able to cook with and help utilize as best, then come on over. So Passionate Cooking.
Ciao, ciao.
Signing off for now. Ciao for now.